Yes, good morning to, good evening to everybody. That All India Bar Examination, that is 17th Court to 2022. Yes, what I posted on the screen, can anybody unmute and read? Haraka, quick. Anybody can unmute and read.
Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum, Public Interest Litigation, Professor Dr. Mohammed S. Hussain.
Yes, and here, helping one another, the picture shows. So now let us come to the point. All India Bar Examination, that is the 17th Cohort, 2022, Public Interest Litigation, multiple choice question. Be ready. First question. Public Interest Litigation, within parenthesis, PIL or PIL, which type or kind of abbreviation? Number 1, acronym. Number 2, initialism. Number 3, shortening. Number 4, contraction. Which one is correct?
Acronym, sir.
See, when you say PIL, it is the acronym. When you say PIL, it is the initialism. Is it clear? Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Second question. The concept of public interest litigation, within parenthesis, originated and developed in the dash. India, number 1. 2, France. 3, Germany. 4, USA.
For USA,
USA,
sir.
sir.
For
USA.
USA.
It is in a USA. USA is
Yes.
abbreviation is short initialism. When you say type of the USA, its abbreviation is initialism, because we don't say USA, we say USA. So each letter we will spell it, and hence the type of the abbreviation is initialism. Okay. Third question, anyone can unmute and read?
Third question. Who is the mother of public interest litigation? Jetunara Khatun, Husainara Khatun, Khatunara Hussain, Nusarat Ara Hussain. I think
Number
second
1,
one is the correct one.
Zaitun
sir.
Khatun.
Second one.
Yes, it is a Hussain-Ara Khatun is the right answer.
Khatun.
The other
That one is
I
the
fabricated.
prisoners. He applied the PIL for the prisoners, sir. 40,000 prisoners was taken out from the prison after Hussainer Khatun was filed a case of PIL.
In which state?
That one, I think, Hussainer Khatun was the state of Bihar, sir.
Yes. The second question. Who filed the first case PIL in India? It means in which decided case law? A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras, Hussain-Ara Khatun versus State of Bihar, Rudul Shah versus State of Bihar. Fourth, Joseph Shine versus State of Kerala.
I think Hussainer Khatun was the state of Bihar only, sir. The
It
first
is
case.
the answer. Second one, Hussain-Ara Khatun versus State of Bihar. That is the first case law in India where the PIL is filed. Feedback. The first reported case of PIL was Hussain-Ara Khatun versus State of Bihar in 1979. Okay, next. Hussain-Ara Khatun, State of Bihar, was focused on the unhygienic condition of the government hospital in Bihar, the plight of the workers in Singarani collieries, I have forgotten. The condition of the workers in the quarry business. The fourth one is the inhuman condition of under trial prisoners.
The fourth one, sir. Fourth one, the inhuman condition of under trial prisoners.
Yes, the other three are, I have fabricated it. So the fourth one is the inhuman condition of the under trial prisoners in state of Bihar. Feedback. This case focused on the inhuman condition of the prisons and under trial prisoners. Sixth question. Anyone can unmute and read sixth question? Anyone can unmute and read?
Sir, sixth question. Vigilantibus non-dormitibus jura subvenient means number 1, law assists those who are vigilant of their right and not those who dormant over it. Second, the law assists those who are vigilant of their duties and not those who sleep over it. Third, the law helps those who are vigilant of their rights and not those who sleep over it. Fourth, the law assists those who are vigilant of their rights and not those who are sleep over it.
Which one is the correct answer? Equivalent. English. Sir, it's a tough question, sir.
Sir, second, sir.
No.
Third, sir. Third is correct.
Hmm?
Third.
No. It is the fourth one is the right answer. The law assists those who are vigilant of the rights and not those who sleep over it. And I made the changing, I said helps here. Is no question of helps. No helps, assist. And here, what I changed is of their duties, I said it is rights, not duties. And here the last is those who are vigilant, the rights, and not those who dormant over it. I said not who sleeps over it. So I made a little changes here and there to make you confused. And the right answer is the law assists those who are vigilant of their rights and not those who sleep over it. That is exact equivalent in English. Next, seventh question. The first legal aid office was established in dash, USA, New York, California, Texas. The first legal aid office was established in number 1, USA, number 2, New York, number 3, California, number 4, Texas.
New York, sir.
It is in New York. See, before I finish for Texas, you are in a position to say, not typing on the smartphone and getting it. Are you following me? Say yes. Okay, eighth question. The first legal aid office was established in New York in the year, in dash year.
1874, sir, I think.
Wrong. What is the second option? What is the second option? It is 1876 is the right answer. Right answer is 1876 is the right answer. So feedback. In 1876 in the 1960s, PIL movement began to receive the financial support from the Office of the Economic Opportunity. Actually, it started in the 1960s. And the public international litigation, that is the means which one is odd man out. That means, in other words, not relevant to the PIL. Number 1, litigation filed in a district court. Number 2, litigation filed in a court of law. 3, for the protection of the public interest. 4th, any matter where the interest of public at large.
Fourth one, sir. Fourth one is the correct one.
I said, what is one odd man out?
Oh, odd man out. Okay.
Odd man out,
One
which is not
sir.
related to the PIL 1.
Okay, then
Yes,
it will be
Two, sir.
definitely-
Two, sir.
No.
It's one. I think district court we cannot
It
file,
is
sir.
a
We can
district
file only in
court.
high court.
We cannot file a case in the PIL. Supplementary question.
Only in high court.
High Court under which article?
226,
And the Supreme Court?
32.
What would be the base?
Can you repeat one more time, sir? The base means,
Local standi.
yeah, locus standi, yes.
Any person can apply for the PIL if people at large were suffered, even though he himself or her herself did not suffer. Such an issues where it is having the public importance. Sir, can we treat domestic violence also in the PIL? Yes,
Cannot, sir.
in different form. Harassment, we can keep it.
Sexual
and the
harassment, we
domestic-
can do it.
Yeah, but not domestic, exactly the violence, because the district court is having the authority to deal with such a cases. When no court is having the jurisdiction to entertain such a case, and the matter is of the public nature, and the people at large were suffered over there, at that instance, any good Samaritan, any person can file a case under the PIL. So 10th question. Anyone can unmute and read.
Any matters where the interest of public at a large is affected can be redressed by filing a public interest litigation in a court of law such as dash, which one is not connected from pollution and terrorism, road safety, construction hazard and adulteration, all of the above. I think all of the above is correct, sir.
You have to read. Number 1, pollution and terrorism.
Number 1,
Number
pollution
2,
and terrorism. Road safety. Number 3 is construction hazards and adulteration. Number 4 is all of the above. I think all of the above.
all of the above is the answer. Even adulteration comes. Which adulteration? Food
Yes.
adulteration. So now let us see the 11th question. The expression public interest litigation has been borrowed from dash. Number 1, English jurisprudence. Number 2, French jurisprudence. Number 3, Japan jurisprudence. Number 4, American jurisprudence.
Number 4, American jurisprudence.
It is American jurisprudence. It is an easy question I framed. But I said,
Why? Because, sir, it was developed in public interest litigation. Firstly, was developed only in USA, United States of America.
Yes. So feedback, where it was designated to provide the legal representation to previously unrepresented group like the poor, the racial minorities, unorganized consumers, citizens who were passionate about the environmental issue, etc. PIL, defined in Public Litigation Act 1960. Section 2, number 1. Second option, Section 2, Class A. Third option, Section 2, Class D. Fourth option, none of the above.
None of the above, sir. I think
It is the none of the
226
above
comes in
because public interest litigation, there is no act. I fabricated, thinking that to divert your idea, I made such a thing. But the feedback is PIL is not defined in any statute or in any act. It has been interpreted by judges to consider the intent of the public at large. It is the power given to the public by courts through a judicial activism. Supplementary question. What is meant by a judicial activism? Anyone? What is meant by judicial activism? Yes. No one knows. Supplementary question. It is the activity of the judges to go through in advance, even though it is not there in the statute, by following the justice, good conscience, natural justice, good conscience, and the natural law followed, and they will make a law, that the judgment law, even beyond the rules and regulations, and that is called actively participating to give the judgment in advanced manner is called judicial activism. Okay, you can write it the way that you want, but in the progressive approach by the judges. 13th question, read. Anyone can unmute and read.
Some of the matters which are not entertained under public interest litigation are neglected children, bounded labor matters, atrocities on women, none of the above. I think third one, sir. I think third or fourth definitely will be one. Why? Because of bonded labor will be definitely is there. Neglected children is there. Atrocity, I think third one, sir.
I think framing, I have forgotten something missing. The connection is missing here. Actually, some of the matters which are entertained under the public interest litigation are, here I say, are not. And the public interest litigation are neglected children, yes, it is entertained.
Yes, bonded labor is
And bonded
entered.
labor also entertained. Atrocity on women also entertained.
None of the above. Then.
I say not. When I say not means negative.
Yes, none of them.
When you say negative, none of the above the right answer. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
See, what are the matters to be undertaken by the public interest?
Atrocities on women, which not seen anywhere in public interest litigation. Atrocities means sexual harassment, all it will come, sir, actually.
Yes, in another words, is the public human rights violation, that is a sexual violation, like Vishaka case law.
Yeah, Vishaka case, okay. Vishaka versus Rajasthan, okay.
And another case law also there, it is railway Nilayam at the Calcutta, the Bangladesh lady, she was gang raped by the railway employees.
That one is recent case law, sir.
No, the name of the case I am recollecting.
That one is 2021 or 22, recent case, sir.
No, it is an old case only. It is also old case.
Okay.
Yeah, it is old case, but I could not remember the case law. Anyway, I missed it anyway. Okay, let us see that. Okay, now atrocities on women also comes under the public interest litigation. Non-payment of the minimum wages to workers also comes. Exploitation of the casual workers, food adulteration, environmental pollution, and disturbance of ecological balance, maintenance of the heritage and culture. Even that also comes under the, like Taj production. Who filed the case? Taj production. Agra. Who filed the case? MC Mehta. Oleum gas case, MC Mehta. Leather industry in Tamil Nadu, MC Mehta.
Bhopal tragedy kills MC Mehta.
No, Union of India.
Unbonded labor also from Tamil Nadu is for MC Mehta.
Yeah, Union of India filed it for the compensation.
Yes.
So fourth question. A public interest litigation within parenthesis PIL is introduced in a court of law not by the aggrieved party but the private party or by the court itself. Which statement below is false? Number one, pills have become a potent tool for enforcing the legal obligation of the executive and the legislature. Number two, the chief objective behind the PL is not ensuring the justice to all and promoting the welfare of the people. Number three, it is generally used to safeguard the group interest and not individuals' interest for which a fundamental rights have been provided. Fourth, the Supreme Court of India and the High Court have the right to issue pills.
The first one is correct one, sir. It's not related with executive and legislation. PIL has become a potential.
Not by the aggrieved party, by the private party, or by the court itself. Which statement below is false?
One, sir.
Number one, right. PLs have become a potent tool for the enforcing the legal obligation of the executive and the legislatures. Yes, I think that is the only that, because other things are very related.
Related to a PIL.
No, not one. Because I gave in the feedback. Number two, not. I used not there. It is not there, not in the feedback. Did you see it? Here, not ensuring the justice. No, PLA is ensuring the justice. PLA
But first one is also not related.
No, first one is right. Even they can make it out.
Yes.
Obligation of the executives or the legislatures. They are supposed to do, if they did not do a proper manner, then a PIL will be filed. Even though a person need not be suffered, nor he is a relative to him. Any person can make it out. For instance, Hussain Khatun Ara, actually she is not the person. Of course, she is one of the prisoner there, but she filed a case on behalf of everybody. But in the Vishaka case, it is not that person. A advocate filed the case. Are you following me?
I think she's from news reporter, sir, actually, I think.
Oh, I framed the question. Don't worry. I framed the question on
Okay.
that.
Okay,
So
okay,
here
sir.
he is not there because in the feedback, the chief's objective behind the PL is ensuring the justice to all and promoting the welfare of the people. So 15th question. A public interest litigation within parenthesis PIL is introduced in a court of law not by the aggrieved party but by the private party or by the court itself, which statement below is false. Again, the three are relevant, but one is fault, not proper. False, F-A-L-S-E, untrue. Number one, the concept of the PLs stem from the power of the judicial review. Number two, the concept of the PLs have diluted the principle of local standi, which implies that only the person, virgule party, whose rights have been infringed upon can file petitions. Number three, it has most ideally and commonly been used to challenge the decisions of public authorities by judicial review to review the lawfulness of a decision or action or failure to act by a public body. And the fourth one, it is a mistake. I wrote 5. Is the fourth one is, it is, I don't know why it is carrying. PLs have not played an important role in India's polity. They have been responsible for some landmark judgments in India.
I think it's fourth one, sir.
Which one is false? PAL, the fourth one is false. PALs have played, but I put not, an important role in India's polity. They have been responsible for some landmark judgments in India. So the answer is 4. I don't know why it is not taking 4 when I say. It is changing to the 5. Let me check. Oh, doesn't matter. Let me say 4 only here. Yes. The fourth one is not remove it, then it, so that is a false statement. 16th question, which is not example or decided case of public interest litigation, such as the number 1, banning the instant triple talaq. Number 2, open up the doors of the Sabarimala and Haji Ali shrines to women. 3, ban consensual homosexuality relations. 4, legalize the passive euthanasia. Which one is the correct answer? I mean here not related. Other 3 are public interest
Triple
litigation.
talaq, sir. I think triple talaq. If I'm not wrong, sir, I think triple talaq.
No.
No, sir. Oh, it's a huge people affected. Okay.
Union of India.
Okay, then ban.
Union of
Sir,
India.
the third one will be one only, sir. I think ban consensual homosexual relation. Only depends upon the 2 people. I think.
No, yeah, answer is right, but your background is not proper. It is legalized, not banned.
Yes.
It is legalized homosexual relationship. What is the case law? Can you tell me the case law?
Sir, one we have 2 things, sir. We will talk on NAS Foundation 1 and Legal Service Authority. NALSA
That
case.
is third gender.
Third gender, yeah. Homosexual relations.
Homosexual, there is a separate is there. Of course, I am going to ask the question there. That is the Navtej Singh Johar and others versus Union of India. Through the Secretary Ministry of Law, Justice is a landmark decision of the Supreme Court of India in 2018. Of course, this is different. It is here the answer is legalized consensual homosexual relations is the right answer. Later we will see, because in this case law I made it clear. It is the 17th, I believe. Yeah, because if 17th is there, then we can say 17th. Yeah. Yes, Navajit, Singh, Johar and other versus Union of India and the landmark of the Supreme Court of India in 2018. What is that? Banning of the triple talaq, opened up the doors of the Sabarimala and the Haji Ali shrines, and decriminalize all consensual sex among adults and legalize passive euthanasia. Yeah, that is the case law. Navjot Singh, Johar and others versus Union of India, where homosexuality is allowed. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
But legalized passive euthanasia is totally different, sir.
yes, that is third gender. Nalsa versus Union of India is he, she, and transgender.
LGBTQ.
LGBT, we can say LGBT case law.
Yeah.
17th question. On 9th March 2018, the Supreme Court of India legalized the passive euthanasia by means of withdrawal of life support to a patient in a permanent vegetative state. The decision was made part of the verdict in the case involving, in which case?
Oh,
Number
Aruna
one,
Shambag.
Arati Shanbag. Number 2, Aruna Shanbag. Number 3, Aruna Shanbag. Number 4, Arina Shanbag.
Aruna Shambag, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4. Which is option?
Third one. Aruna
Third one,
Shambag.
Aruna Shanbag. She's a lady. Now, what did
He's
you
the nurse, sir,
understand by,
actually.
yes. What did you understand by PVS? And what is the previous full form? Anyone? What is the previous full form? Sir, you show the options. If I show the options, you will be use the logic which I trained you, and you will give the answer. I know it. What is the full form of PVS? Anyone? Either you say pass on. Here I give a positive virus source. Number 2, point viral scheme. Number 3, Pascal vision service. Number 4, persistent vegetative state.
Fourth one is correct, sir. Persistent vegetative state.
See, when I give the options, you will be in a position to give the answer because you know the technique of it. By using the logical reasoning, you can give the answer. That's why I did not show the options. I asked what is the PVC full form. At that instance, you are keep quiet. When I shown the option, you used my technique. And because I trained you in a such a way, even though you did not know it, by looking the option, you can easily make it out that that is the right answer. So feedback
Sir,
is
in Aruna Shambag case, the first case was happened, sir.
yeah.
If the Supreme Court was given the decision that when any person having a vegetative state,
Yeah.
then only they have an option to give passive euthanasia.
That's
Active
why
euthanasia is not
passive. The
accepted
word
in
passive
India.
is there.
Yeah, active euthanasia is not accepted in
Not
India.
not
actually.
acceptable.
Passive
Not,
euthanasia-
not acceptable. It's a crime.
Yes.
What is euthanasia?
Euthanasia is if the person is unconscious state, sir, they give either injection or anything to kill that person.
A person make a request to another person to kill him or
Yes.
her.
Yes.
That is euthanasia. Either by serving the injection, or by serving the poison, or by serving the rat medicine, or serving the hendrin.
Or lastly, is vegetative state. They need to take out their treatment. Means oxygen they are giving, they take out this and they will kill the person without giving a treatment. Also is called, I think.
What is
passive
the Hindi
euthanasia.
movie where Hrithik Roshan is a vegetative state, and what is the Telugu movie where what is Nageshwara's son? Who is?
Nagarjuna.
Nagarjuna. Nagarjuna is a vegetative state. Can you tell me the movie name? I saw both the movies.
No idea, sir.
I saw both the movies. Hrithik Roshan movie also I saw, and Nagarjuna movie also I saw. Okay, because I myself also forgotten. Okay, number 20th question. Vishaka and other state of Rajasthan was a 1997 Indian Supreme Court case where various women groups led by Dash and her organization Dash filed a public interest litigation that is within parenthesis PIL, against the state of Rajasthan. Number 1, Naina Kapoor versus Sakshi. Number 2, Naina Kapoor versus Darpan. Number 3, Naina Kapoor versus and Sakshi. Fourth, Naina Kapoor versus Sakshi. I made the spelling mistakes. Which one is the proper? Number 1, 2, 3, or 4? I shared on the screen. Hurry up. Say pass on. Sir, we are looking the smartphone.
I'm not very sure on this. On the first who was applied.
First option, second option, third option, or fourth option? The answer is third option. Nain Naina Kapoor space Kapur Kapoor and ampersand symbol Sakshi SAKSHI. This is the right answer which I highlighted. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Vishaka and others versus State of Rajasthan was 1997 Indian Supreme Court case law where various women groups led by the Naina Kapoor and her organization Sakshi filed a public interest litigation against the State of Rajasthan and the Central Government of India to enforce the fundamental rights of working women under the Article 14, 19, 21 and Constitution of India. Supplementary question. Vishaka case law will file on which article? They will give the article. Some wrong article 15, 19, 21 or 14, 18, 21 or 14, 90, 21A, like that. Which is the correct answer they will make? That is a supplementary question. And next is, the petition was filed after dash, a social worker in Rajasthan was brutally gang raped for stopping the child marriage. And who is the social worker? Number 1, Shakuntala Devi. Number 2, Banwari Devi. Number 3, Bhanukar Devi. Number 4, Bhaddari Devi. And which is the right answer?
Banwari Devi is the right. Banwari is second.
Second one is the right answer. It is the Banwari Devi, BHANWARI space DEVI. That is the social worker. And supplementary question. Banwari Devi, in the case of the so-and-so, was brutally gang raped. And what is the name of the case law? Even they may ask in that way also. Or they can frame it in that way also. And the case law mentioned so-and-so is, belongs to, they will write it is the psychopathic substance case law, it is brutally gang raped case law, it is the euthanasia case law, it is the domestic violence case law. So you can choose the right answer. That is a brutally gang raped is the point. And that is the very much important factor. So next is 22nd question. Who is known as a Green Avenger of India? Number 1, CM Mehta. Number 2, Mahesh Chandra Mehta. Number 3, Mukesh Chandra Mehta. Number 4, Mahesh Chandra Mehta. Which one is the correct answer? Read the spelling.
I think Mukesh Chandra Mehta, sir. Correct.
1
MC Mehta, we know,
or
sir.
3
but
or 4. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Which one option is the right option?
First one is wrong. Definitely, I know, sir.
Okay, second one.
This 3 only. Mahesh Chandra Mehta, Mukesh Chandra Mehta. I think fourth one, sir.
Fourth one is the right answer. Green Avenger of India is Mahesh, M-A-H-E-S-H, Mahesh, space Chandra, C-H-A-N-D-R-A, Chandra, Mehta, M-E-H-T-A. That the fourth is the right answer for the 22nd question. Then occupation of the public interest attorney. What are the awards he got it? Supplementary question. Mahesh Chandra Mehta, for his contribution to the society, the government of India has given some awards to him. What are the awards that he obtained and got it from the central government? Supplementary question. So, Goldman Environmental Prize 1996, Raman Magsaysay Award 1997, Padma Shri in 2016. So they can put any type of it. Gold that in 1996, who got Goldman Environmental Prize? Or they say in 1997, who received Raman Magsaysay Award? In so and so. They may ask in that way also supplementary question. And in the sequence, of course, I don't know. Which one is Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan or Padma Bhushan? What is that? Next,
Padma Bhushan.
Padma Shri. In a sequence, which is the highest, which is the lowest? Yes? The highest award is the Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan or Bharat Ratna?
Bharat Ratna, sir.
Bharat Ratna is the next in sequence.
Padma Vibhushan, Padma Shri, I think.
I doubt, I think, because Padma Shri is a Makuba, I think. No,
Bharat
the bigger.
Ratna, that is one, sir. Padma Vibhushan, after the Padma Shri.
Okay, why doubt? We can just make it out because sometimes they will ask this such questions also. Bharat Ratna, Padma Shri, and Padma Vibhushan. Bhushan. Which one is highest and which one is lowest in rank? Padma Awards are one of the highest civilian honors of India, announced India Institute of Civilian Awards. Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, yes, I think. Padma Vibhushan is the third highest. Means Padma Shri is the second highest IMC. Civilian award in the Republic of India, preceded by the Bharat Ratna and the Padma Vibhushan are followed by the Padma Shri. Then which one is the sequence comes? Is Padma Shri is Padma Bhushan is awarded for distinguished service of the high order. Padma Bhushan is the third highest civilian award in India. Padma Shri award for the distinguished service. Padma Shri is the fourth. So Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan is the higher hierarchy and Padma Shri is the fourth highest civilian award. So Padma Shri is low and Padma Bhushan is a bit bigger. But the Bharat Ratna is higher award in India. The highest award in India. Bharat Ratna is the highest civilian award of the country, was instituted in the year 1954. Any person without a distinction of race, occupation, position or sex is eligible for these awards. So that is the sequence. Sometimes they may ask in that way also, wherever it demands. So with these 22 questions that I prepared, and if you happen to see the syllabus, again, what are the syllabus is there, we'll see it. And we covered 8 classes. This is the 8th one. See, this is the, means yesterday I could not take it because I was in bus. I reached late Moshi, Mosha, where Kilimanjaro, that hill station is there. So the 9th tomorrow, administrative law, I would like to deal it. Even though it is a 3 marks, doesn't matter. Each 1 mark will create the difference. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So tomorrow that you read the administrative law and come to the class, let me make our class as a participatory class. Even one person is also there, I will take the class. Because Once I committed. Whether people will get the benefit, one person also get the benefit from my lecture, I feel that my mission is fulfilled, because I believe in the Anni Danamula Kanna Vidya Danam Minna. That is my slogan. With this, I would like to stop it today's class and see you. Bye. Jai Hind. End of the meeting.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
जय हिंद। सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा।